Mike with Lawman Guitars. That's www.lawmanguitars.com. Wow, have I got a really unusual guitar for you today. A friend of mine who's also a finder of mine said, hey, I've got this really cool guitar for you, Lawman. And he showed me a picture and it was like, I don't even know what it is, but send it. I love it. It looks great. What it is a 1981 Ibanez made in Japan R400 Ragtime. Now, it's like, they call this guitar Ragtime. I thought that was kind of cool in itself, but sure enough, it's an R400 Ragtime guitar, and it's just really, really unusual. It's got a sound hole that's somewhat reminiscent of a Macaferry or a Selmer. It's completely surrounded by this rosewood and this fancy binding. It's got this really cool neck that extends to 24 frets. I couldn't believe it when I looked at it. I go, that's 24 frets. And it's got this really cool shape. I guess you're not going to be playing your low E string on the 24th fret, but that's all right. You can get up in there anyway. And it's got a cutaway, and it's all original, with one exception, which we'll discuss here in just a minute. But it is absolutely beautiful, and it's just really a cool guitar. Now, these guitars, like I said earlier, are made in Japan, and I don't think they made too many of these. This one was called a first year I saw when I did some research on it, which means they might have had them a couple more years later than that. I'm not certain of that, but I do know that it's a 1981. We were able to date it, and we know that they came out in 1981. So we got the first year Ragtime, and who knows, it might be the only year Ragtime. I just have never seen these before. But it's very, very beautiful. I mean, it's got this gorgeous mahogany on the sides and back, and I also want to point out that the back is arched. So you're going to get a lot of projection out of this guitar. Steve, who's running the camera today, just said, wow, well, man, that guitar really sounds strong. And it does. It's a very powerful guitar. It's got the Ibanez tuners on the back, and they say made in, what's that say? It says, oh, smooth tuners. It's the Ibanez smooth tuners on this one. Even better. And it says crafted in Japan, which is great. It's got all this extra binding. It's got this great back binding down through here. It's a fully bound body, fully bound neck, and it's just outstanding. It's got the original bridge, and it plays very, very well. It is not strat low, okay, guys? I just want to clarify that. But for a acoustic guitar, it does not need any attention to the neck. You can play it all the way up and down the neck. Matter of fact, here we go. There it goes. The 24th fret even rings out. So it's just really a cool guitar. Plays really, really well. It's really just a lot of fun to look at, and I just thought it was really great. So let's strum some chords, see how she sounds. Wow, this is really a fun guitar to play, I have to tell you. It's really awesome. The only thing I did want to point out, it's got this really great overlaid headstock. The Ibanez and the Ibanez logo area in here is all inlaid. When I got it, it was minus the truss rod cover. Of course, the truss rod cover was missing. I found this guitar online and figured out what they look like. And surprisingly, I was able to get a replacement truss rod cover that looks almost identical, and I'm pointing this out because that's the way I am. When you take it off, you're going to see I had to fill the holes because the holes didn't exactly line up. But it looks like the original truss rod cover. It is not, okay? So I'm disclosing that. Frets are in great shape. You're going to be able to play a lifetime of guitar on this with these frets. All the fret markers are there. Inside it says Ibanez Ragtime Special R400. It's got our serial number in there, 813464, which tells us it is an 81. Japan, and it's just really a cool guitar. Want to point out that I do have for you also a very nice, extremely well-fitting hardshell case with this guitar. It is not an original case. I don't think Road Runner made cases back in '81, but you would think it was, because it is really in nice shape and it fits this guitar absolutely perfectly. I've got case key in here. The interior is beautiful. It's got the nice big thick black plush lining. There is no odors. The back restraint strap is still there. All the latches and hinges work. The original handle is on here. So you get this really cool case, but you get the outstanding, made in Japan, Ibanez R400 Ragtime Special Guitar, and it is just outstanding. You will love this guitar. It sounds great, and all your friends are going to go, whoa, where'd you get that guitar? I will guarantee you'll be the only one in the neighborhood that has one of those guitars. So check it and all of our really cool guitars out at www.lawmanguitars.com, or just bypass that altogether and go directly to reverb.com, where I have all my inventory today. Those guys are outstanding to me and my customers. I just love them. Go to reverb.com, type in Lawman Guitars in the subject line there, and it should take you right to my store. We've generally got about 175 to 200 outstanding guitars for you to look at. So I appreciate you watching my videos. I really appreciate your support of my store, and thank you very much for watching today.